What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Ford File. And in this episode, our case file is over, as Steven Crowder would say, former Vice President Joe Biden and his gas, blunders, flaunt dementia moments, and libtard moments recently. I mean, he's had a whole bunch of these for a while, and he's bound to have some more, but we're just going to go over the most recent ones. And to start, we're going to be going what the title is, where over F-15s and nukes, or Biden basically threatens to use a nuclear bomb on Americans. Take a listen.
Own them. And I might add, the Second Amendment from the day it was passed limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to move against the government. Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there never been, if you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it.
So the point of this, the press conference they had, it was for common sense gun control in response to gun violence. And it's the low IQ argument of blaming guns instead of criminals. And he's basically bringing up the Thomas Jefferson quote where Jefferson says, "The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants." And basically what Jefferson is saying there, that sometimes the people are going to have to rise up and take out tyrannical government. That's basically what he's saying. And then Biden was saying that, oh, that's not possible because we got nukes and F-15s. And so that's a weird position for him to take. If that were to happen, he would just nuke Americans. Don't ask. It's just Joe Biden and his dementia and he's just a moron already, and the dementia just makes it worse. And very weird from them, because these are the same people that think what happened at the Capitol was, a bunch of an unarmed mob was gonna overthrow the government, but guns won't overthrow the government. Whatever. And it's gonna end our democracy. Our democracy almost fell. First of all, we're not a democracy. Democracy is cringe, by the way. And it's why we aren't one. It's why the founding fathers never meant for us to be a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. But maybe a later video will go more in detail on that. But anyway, he says, the tree of liberty with blood of patriots, but it's not possible because we got F-15s and nukes and everything. And for a president to say that, it's kind of disturbing, and it just makes me want to get a gun even more. And also, I would like an F-15 with that. So, all right, the next dementia moment is this weird whispering at this press conference. Take a listen.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential this week for childcare. Just remind them, I wrote the bill on the environment. Why would I not be for it? Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now.
Yeah, I also like to whisper when I'm trying to emphasize my point for some reason. I don't even know how this works, but I just like whispering, and it's starting to get creepy. Yeah, so that's exactly how it went down. But So it was basically a press conference over his plans for infrastructure and about the workers' shortage and feature COVID relief. And, like, first of all, about what he said about environment bill. Yeah, you totally wrote that bill, Sleepy. And this is how you know, like, he's lived off the taxpayer for 50 years. Because he says, oh, his solution to the worker shortage is that the businesses should just pay the workers more. Like, okay, not everyone works for big business where they could afford to do that. Small businesses and medium-sized businesses cannot afford to do that. A lot of them are still feeling the effects of the shutdown during the pandemic. Like, they're not going to afford to do that. Full-on libtard moment from President Dementia. And he also forgot about the condo collapsing in Florida, and Kamala Harris had to remind him of that.
I've got to get a helicopter.
Mr. President, will you travel to Florida, sir? Can we ask you about Florida, what you've learned and what you believe?
Yes, I apologize. Yes, thank you.
By the way, about Kamala Harris's border visit, it was a scam. Like, she didn't even go to where the border crisis is happening, down in the southernmost point of Texas near McAllen, and she actually went to El Paso, not even to the border where El Paso is. She was just at the airport. Like, she's so fake, just like this administration. And the next thing was G7, where Biden went there and totally embarrassed us on the world stage, but we'll get to that in a second. And the world leaders, they're all, elbow bumping and wearing masks outside, even though they're all fully vaccinated, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what the point of that was, except for it being political theater. And, like, of course they do it when the cameras are all focused on it and everything, but when the cameras aren't, they're all hugging and had no masks and shaking hands. Of course they are. It's all political theater. But anyway, and then Biden saying this.
I'm sorry, I'm going to get in trouble with staff if I don't do this the right way. Jennifer Jacobs, Bloomberg.
Yeah, you're going to get in trouble with your staff if you don't call on the people they want you to, or call on a person they don't want you to. Yeah, because they don't want Biden answering any real questions, only ones about his ice cream.
Mr. President, what did you order?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, how the media just adores him. They gush over him. They're like, oh my God, yeah. Oh, chocolate chip. And how they all gushed. Oh my God. Our media is so pathetic. And he embarrassed us on the world stage. Trump would never. And speaking of Donald Trump, he's having a rally tonight. And, well, by the time this video goes up, it already would have happened. But talk about a real president. And he's going to have a huge crowd. And the fourth moment we're going to go through is where, just take a listen.
It's awful hard as well to get latinx vaccinated as well. Why? They're worried that they'll be vaccinated and deported.
So, very bold of Biden to assume that all Hispanics or Latinx people, as he says, are illegal immigrants and that they're going to get deported if they try to get vaccinated. Another dementia / libtard moment from former Vice President Joe Biden. But alright, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe for more. And this might be the beginning of a series of Biden's blunders, because we all know he's bound to have some more. So stay tuned for that. So President Trump's having his rally tonight. It'll probably be yesterday before this video gets uploaded, but it's gonna be epic. So we can call this case closed.